The Roe v. Wade decision was the genesis for the pro-life movement and the debate over the legality of abortion on demand that continues to this day. For Christians, though, being pro-life precedes the Roe v. Wade dispute by 20 centuries.
John Paul II spoke about it as the responsibility of Christians to be a people of life and a people for life. That means not just to have an attitude regarding one or two issues like abortion or euthanasia, but having an attitude toward life in general that sees the great value, the great dignity, the great sanctity of every human life, and serving that life in a way that respects and recognizes that dignity, value, and sanctity.
Basically, don't kill innocent human beings is what the life principles say. Quite by accident, I found an encyclical, Costi Connubii, 1930, where Holy Mother Church, speaking about marriage, has 3 pages of principles about abortion. It shows and states these principles that are identical to the secular ones that we had set up.
In Canada, since 1988, a woman can have an abortion at any point in the 9 months of her pregnancy. There are over 110,000 abortions there every year. In the United States, there are more than 1.3 million abortions annually. And that means, in these 2 countries combined, there are approximately 4 babies aborted every minute.
We all know someone who's been touched by an abortion. As those who are spreading the word of life, promoting the culture of life, we always need to be talking about healing. It isn't only the baby, it's the survivors. And those who are left with us need to feel God's mercy and the touch of compassion so that they can heal this incredible loss in their lives, and out of that will come the culture of life.
In October 1973, grassroots pro-life leaders, concerned that abortion on demand would be considered a settled issue, began plans for the first March for Life, a peaceful protest on the 1-year anniversary of Roe v. Wade, January 22, 1974.
I came in touch with some Long Island Right to Life people because they had already suffered through trying to legislate against abortion in the state of New York. It became then an organization structure for a system and an agenda for January 22. And there was this certain support from the Knights of Columbus and from Roman Catholics. And at that very first march, on the steps of the Capitol, it was 70-degree weather, the sun was shining, the buses were parked on the west side of the Capitol, and we had a circle of life around the Capitol of 20,000 people.
Since then, an estimated 3 million people have marched in opposition to abortion, with an annual attendance of well over 100,000.